Turkey witnessed a massive earthquake on February 6, 2023 that left thousands of deaths in its wake. Unfortunately, this wasn't the only instance when the country had to bear the brunt of shifting tectonic plates, but it has been exposed to devastation repeatedly throughout history. Why is Turkey experiencing ground-shattering earthquakes? And is there any hope for its people? Let's find out. Welcome to our channel, Nature Unraveled. In this video, we will discuss the massive earthquake that shook Turkey and Syria, leaving thousands of people dead under its rubble. We will compare this disaster with the ones that Turkey had faced in the past and reveal why this land is in the midst of physical turmoil. The area of Turkey and Syria experienced the worst earthquake it has seen in many years on Monday, February 6, 2023. Both countries shook violently as a 7.8 magnitude earthquake hit in the middle of the night. It is believed that this was the most powerful earthquake that Turkey has seen in over 80 years. Looking at the earthquake's magnitude, it is evident that the destruction caused by this natural disaster must be enormous. Within 2 days of the earthquake, more than 7,200 people were found dead, and officials believe this number would only rise. On Monday, it was 4:17 a.m. local time when a 7.8 magnitude earthquake engulfed the southern Turkish province of Kahramanmaras. Only a few hours later, another 7.5 magnitude earthquake hit more than 60 miles away. The aftershocks of the disastrous earthquake sent tremors throughout the country, gripping everyone in fear as they braced themselves. Besides the climbing death toll, more than 6,000 buildings turned into rubble, leaving tens of thousands of people injured. The people living in the two countries would have never imagined that while going to bed, that they would wake amid destruction and death. We can only imagine the severity of the ground situation as people lacked food and shelter in grim wintry conditions. While an earthquake of this magnitude hasn't been experienced in many years, it wasn't the first time the land of Turkey found itself in the throes of tectonic plate movement. What is the reason behind frequent earthquakes in Turkey? Stay tuned to find out. But before we discuss Turkey's geological position, let's first understand, where do most earthquakes occur? Almost 80% of the Earth's earthquakes occur along the rim of the Pacific Ocean. This rim is also referred to as the Ring of Fire, owing to the preponderance of volcanic activity there. Earthquakes primarily hit areas at fault zones, where tectonic plates collide or slide against each other. Tectonic plates are giant rock slabs that divide the Earth's crust. Since they are constantly in motion, these plates continue to reshape the planet's landscape. The plate tectonic theory suggests that the Earth's lithosphere, or outer shell, is split into smaller plates that glide over its inner layer, the one above the soft core/mantle. According to tectonic theory, the Earth's surface is active, moving 1 to 2 inches each year. As the various tectonic plates shift, the motion results in volcanoes, mountains, and earthquakes. This is how an earthquake occurs. When the tectonic plates move or collide, pressure is created around their edges. While the impacts of this movement are hardly noticeable on the surface, the intensity of the stress between plates continues to rise. When this stress is released quickly, strong vibrations or seismic waves can be experienced hundreds of miles throughout the rock, all the way up to the surface. Hence, countries located at the edge of tectonic plates are at a higher risk of experiencing earthquakes. However, this doesn't mean that other areas are safe from tectonic plate movements. Many quakes result from plates getting squeezed or stretched far away from fault zones. The strength and duration of an earthquake are measured through magnitude ratings. An earthquake measuring between 3 and 4.9 is considered minor, 5 to 6.9 is moderate, while 7 to 7.9 is major. An earthquake with a magnitude of 8 or more is regarded as the most intense. The seismic waves caused by the movement of tectonic plates are always followed by aftershocks, which can sometimes continue for a week or even up to years. Some quakes also have foreshocks that paved the way for a stronger earthquake. Now that we understand the causes of an earthquake, let's find out why Turkey falls victim to this natural phenomenon time after time. Southern Turkey and northwestern Syria are located at the edge of 3 tectonic plates, the Arabian, Anatolian, and African. When these plates slide or squeeze against each other, pressure builds up on their boundaries, often released in the form of earthquakes. Recently, some of the worst earthquakes have occurred along the North Anatolian fault line, which exists on the country's northern side. Records show that the last nearest earthquake of high magnitude occurred in 1939, 150 miles northeast of the epicenter of the recent earthquake on February 6, 2023. However, these instances are pretty recent. From what we know, Turkey and Syria have a long history of earthquakes, going back thousands of years to the Hittites and states of Mesopotamia. The ancient metropolis of Antioch, which is present-day Antakya, or Turkey, experienced a massive earthquake of 7.5 magnitude in 115 AD. The quake left the entire city in shambles, almost killing the Roman Emperor Trajan. Cassius Dio, a Roman historian, recounts the incident in these words. First there came a great bellowing roar, and this was followed by a tremendous quaking. The whole earth was upheaved, and buildings leaped into the air. Some were carried aloft only to collapse and be broken in pieces, while others were tossed this way and that as if by the surge of the sea and overturned, and the wreckage spread out over a great extent even of the open country. According to history, more than 260,000 lost their lives in that earthquake, but the figures can't be trusted. Regardless, if the earthquake was of a magnitude of 7.5, there must have been thousands of casualties indeed. Another earthquake of similar intensity struck Antioch in 526 AD. The ancient city of Antioch is present-day Turkish Antakya. The legacy of earthquakes has continued in Turkey, with major ones occurring in the region through the 19th century. For example, the quake of 1822 that struck Aleppo, Syria, devastated everything it touched, killing thousands of people. In a state of desperation, the people were forced to camp under the open sky as they watched the city's remains give in to disease and looting. One of the most intense earthquakes to strike Syria was in October of 1138, whose aftershocks could be felt throughout the following year. It is estimated that 300,000 people perished under the rubble. Ibn al-Athis, an Arab chronicler, describes the incident in these words. There was a series of them over several nights, with a number of tremors every night. Much of the country was ruined, especially Aleppo. The people there, when the tremors became too much for them, left their homes and went into open country. In a single night, they counted 80 tremors. Only 20 years later, another earthquake ravaged Syria, destroying whole cities like Shazar. That was a time when both Crusader kings and local Muslim leaders controlled the cities and fortresses. The nephew of Shazar's emir, Usama ibn Muqid, is reported to have said, "Death did not advance step by step to destroy the people of my race, to annihilate them separately or to strike them down two by two. They all died in the twinkling of an eye, and their palaces became their tombs." Returning to the present-day situation, Turkey remains at high risk of earthquakes. This is because the tectonic plates of the Arabian Peninsula is shifting north into the Eurasian plate, squeezing aside the entire country of Turkey. This tectonic movement is responsible for thousands of years of earthquakes in Turkey and in Syria. Michael Steckler, from the Mount Dorothy Earth Observatory, claims Arabia has slowly been moving north and colliding with Turkey, and Turkey is moving out of the way to the west. The disaster of 2023 is a strike-slip earthquake where two pieces of earth are sliding horizontally past each other. This time it is the Arabian plate sliding past the Anatolian plate. The shift in plates sent tremors for many kilometers along the fault lines and was felt across 10 cities. Interestingly, Fatih Bulut, with the Kandilli Observatory and Earthquake Research Institute in Istanbul, said, "This is not a surprise for us." In fact, he stated that Turkey was due for a major earthquake for some time, and that his research team was expecting one with a 7.4 magnitude or more. Despite predictions and preparations, the might of nature remains unrivaled as the death toll continues to rise with each passing day. WHO fears that up to 23 million people may have been affected by the recent earthquake. And while the official numbers are still coming in, it is estimated that 20,000 people may have died. If you found the information in the video interesting, please give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to our channel and press the notification button to get notified every time we post a video. Please share your feedback in the comments section and stay tuned for more eye-opening content. Thanks for watching.